He was given a choice: a quiet death or public shame, execution and punishment for his family. Why did Hitler order the death of one of his best generals, Erwin Rommel? By 1944, the outlook was bleak for Germany. They had all but lost the war, and opposition to Hitler's rule was growing. Rommel was amongst those unhappy with the Führer. After D-Day, he stressed to Hitler that the war couldn't be won, and it would be wise to start negotiating with the Allies. But of course, this fell on deaf ears. Other high-ranking officials, many of whom were close to Rommel, felt the same way. But with Hitler unwilling to surrender, they started making a plan to get rid of him. Aware that Rommel was also displeased, they wanted him on board. On July the 20th, 1944, the conspirators attempted to assassinate the boss. They smuggled a bomb into his headquarters in Poland, but Hitler survived the explosion thanks to a thick wooden table that absorbed a lot of the blast. Assuming that Hitler was dead, the group responsible tried to seize power in Berlin. But once they learned that Hitler had survived, the coup collapsed. To date, it's not clear if Rommel was involved in the plot or how much he knew. On the day it happened, he was actually at home recovering from severe wounds he sustained from an Allied air attack just 3 days before. His widow also later revealed that he only wanted Hitler taken to court and removed from power, not actually killed. Either way, after the assassination attempt, a massive police investigation began. Thousands of military officials were arrested and interrogated. Some were even tortured or given death sentences. Rommel's name soon popped up as someone possibly linked to the plot. One conspirator mentioned him in a hysterical state after a failed suicide attempt. Another uttered his name while being tortured, and one even pointed to Rommel as someone they had hoped to make Germany's leader if Hitler died. Hitler was soon made aware of the seemingly incriminating evidence, and although it wasn't conclusive, it was all the proof that he needed to want Rommel dead. But that wouldn't be so straightforward. Normally, in a situation like this, the guilty party would be tried in court, their reputation destroyed, and eventually sentenced to death. But Rommel was Germany's most beloved general. A public trial and execution would shatter his status as a national hero and decimate national morale, at a time where morale was needed most. So instead, Hitler took a different approach. In October 1944, 2 of Hitler's men drove to Rommel's house and gave him 3 options. Number 1, travel with them to Berlin, where he would plead his case to Hitler, who would kill him regardless of what he said. Number 2, a shameful public trial which would end in a death sentence, his family being shipped off to a concentration camp and his staff arrested and likely executed. Or 3, quietly commit suicide, after which he would be given an honourable funeral, with the masses being told that he passed away from injuries that he sustained in the air attack just days prior. Also, his family wouldn't be harmed and they would receive his field marshal's pension. The craziest part, he only had 15 minutes to make up his mind. He quickly told his wife and son the situation, and despite his son and a friend of Rommel's who was also there urging him to go down fighting, he put on his Afrika Korps jacket, grabbed his field marshal's baton, and got into the car with Hitler's men. Ultimately, he chose to protect his family. He was driven to a secluded woodland area and given a cyanide capsule, which he crushed in his mouth. Moments later, he was dead. As promised, he was given a state funeral with full military honours, and the German people were told that he died from injuries sustained in the air attack days before. The Gestapo cremated his body so the real cause of death couldn't be identified. It was only after the war that the world learned the truth.